Just got this customer's car. He was driving and his power steering just stopped working. It's a Toyota Aygo 2012. So I'm just going to see if I can find the fault. So the first thing I did was just to make sure that the alternator belt is okay. But the thing is, it's electric power steering on these cars, so it's not the alternator belt, and that's fine anyway. So the next step was to check the fuses. Now for the power steering fuse on the Toyota Aygo, you open the fuse box. It's where the battery is, just behind there. Take this cover off, and it's this red fuse. It's this 50 amp fuse there. That's the electric power steering system fuse. So check that. That's fine, I've already checked it. And the next thing to do is remove this top cover. It's extremely simple. All you do is just move it to the side, and there's a screw in there, Phillips screw. Then move it to the other side, and there's another screw there. Okay, once you remove them two screws, this top cover just comes off. You pull it from the back, boom, like that, and it pulls off, then lift it up. It's that simple. So now you can see several fuses on the right hand side, then the other several fuses on the left hand side. Okay, looking in the manual of the Aygo, so number 28 covers electric power steering system, so check number 28. Also, this one here is the one I told you about in the engine bay, that 50 amp red fuse, which is the electric power steering system. So I've already checked that, so I've got to look for 28. Going back on the manual, number 24 also covers power steering system. So I want 24 and 28. So looking at the diagram here, 28 and 24. Okay, this is right side, but the right is left side, just to let you know. So you want to look for number 24, that's the first one, and 28, the fifth one down. So go to the left side. So you want to check this fuse, the top 7.5 amp, then 1, 3, 4, 5, the fifth one down, which is 7.5 amps. Now I've already checked both of them and both are fine. I was just checking something, and underneath I can hear a ticking while I've got the key out of the ignition, and I'm touching it. Is a box, and it's the electric power steering module. It's making a ticking sound. Wait, let me see what's up. If I remove one of the plug, let's see if it goes off the ticking sound. Yeah, so I think this power steering module has got a fault with it. Shit. Yeah, it's come back on again. So this is what's happening. Power steering is just hard, really hard, and the PS light is on. However, the weird thing is, when that ticking started, I turned it off, then I started it, then the power steering is working. And now I turned it off and it's back again. So I'd say that the electric power steering module has an intermittent fault. I've just removed the EPS module. It was extremely difficult, I'll tell you why. So this is the one I just removed, and that's the replacement I've just bought off eBay. Just make sure when you buy it, make sure it's the exact same number, so that way it should just be a straight swap over without programming it. So it just should be a straight plug and play. Okay, when I just removed it, the bottom bolt was easy to remove. There was only one, there wasn't two. There was this one there. And also this one on the top was really awkward, because what happened is there's another white box above that, and you have to remove the 10mm bolt, then move the white box this way, then you can get to this bolt. So they've made it really awkward. So there's two 10mm bolts that were holding this. So it was just mainly the top one. Fucking took ages. I also had to remove like a wire loom above it as well, take the clip off. So I'll have to put a nylon tie on afterwards. So I've got everything back on, started up the vehicle. The power steering light went straight off. Now I'm going to go and test the car. Okay, so I've just got back from a road test. Turned the car off. Put the ignition on. See the PS light? The PS light should go away before there. Start the car. Power steering's perfect now. No issues at all. That's it. So this is what the fault was. It's the EPS module, electronic power steering module. Make sure you get RH for right hand drive if you're in the UK. Also be sure to disconnect the battery before you replace this unit. At the same time, since I disconnected his battery, I might as well set his time. I'm not sure how to do this, but I'll just go ahead and, so you obviously press menu, go to config, time, hour, up and down, go to 10:30 AM, then OK. That's it, easy as that.